a beautiful day. Thank you for River State. Thank you for blessing us with a great governor who has done so much for us in the health sector and in the state at large. Father, we are here for the commissioning of the Renal Center and the Health Officers' Quarters. We ask that you take full control, be glorified here. And we declare this program open in the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Your Excellency,
hello, good afternoon. Welcome to River State University Teaching Hospital here in Port Harcourt. This is the venue for the official inauguration of the Renal Center and House Officers' Quarters built by the River State government and today handed over to the management of the institution. NTA Network Service is here to bring you the live commentary and live transmission of this event. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I'm Kingsley Amatri. Welcome.
Chairman, People's Democratic Party, River State. The running mate to the PDP standard bearer, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Odu. Distinguished senators here present, particularly Distinguished Senator Barin Adam Pigi. Right Honorable Prince Chibudom Mute OFR, former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, members of the National and State Assembly here present, members of the State Executive Council, elder statesmen, the Vice Chancellor of River State University, the Chairman and members of the Board of the River State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Friday Aaron, Chief Medical Director, River State University Teaching Hospital, heads and personnel of the River State University, special advisors, the Chairman, Nigerian Medical Association, River State, the Mayor Falga, permanent secretaries, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commissioning of the Renal Center and Health Officers' Quarters, River State University Teaching Hospital, built by the government of River State. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point respectfully invite for the presentation of Coronet, His Royal Majesty Eze Barrister Uche Azaya Eliku JP, Eze Para Rebisi the 12th.
The traditional ruler is expected to make a presentation to the governor as a way of welcoming him to his domain. This event actually is holding in Port Harcourt local government area where His Royal Majesty King is the traditional ruler of the area.
River State Michael, Nigeria Michael, anyone Excellencies, I seek your leave to discharge the duty in my native dialect. Polar but not understand English. Make it Jugola, Ejibalam, Udenda, and make a Regigar. You got to make a Atarajica, Atabulu, Atalata, Yoshiki, Atalata, Hunaba. You know, Malaka, Sunda. I know a plan how that year that she got no problem in I am. Good about that is in that you go already. Namako, Urumu and the Japanese. You drew on to Lahana Noro. You do Ozio Munabonachi, Ozio Nata, Ozio Rishinobu. Alandu Masoro, you drive to Dona Aurai. In that development, why not? You should go quiet, Robatai. Do not have no rights to that can be illegal. Never know one and one say. Can I make you should be a development? I can my joke on my technology. I can make us.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give the welcome remarks, may I respectfully invite the Chief Medical Director of River State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Friday E. Aaron, JP, MNIM.
Your Excellency, Chief Barrister Nyesom Ezenwawike, Commander of the Order of Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, Power of Sports Africa, Life Venture. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Medical Elder, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Haribanigo, Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State, the Right Honorable Speaker, Ipui Owaji Ibani, Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, kindly permit me to leverage on the already established protocols for this event. Your Excellency, I am most delighted and excited to welcome you to this event. During the twin commissioning of the House Officers' Quarters for the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital and the Renal Center also for Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. Very special event, and I'm most delighted. Your Excellency, permit me to use this opportunity to appreciate you for your good works here. You have continued to support us. You have continued to change the face of this hospital. The work you have done here has made this hospital the first choice public hospital in Rivers State. Just recently, you approved for gazetting, and that has been done. The component unit of this university, based on the law, Rivers State University Teaching Hospital Law number 5 of 2017, you have gazetted that this place we are becomes the nucleus for the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. And also that the then maxillofacial hospital will now serve and is undergoing renovation with other infrastructures being added to it to serve as the dental, maxillofacial, ENT, and eye hospital center for this hospital. We have also gazetted that the old abandoned NDDC orthopedic trauma hospital at the old general hospital site become the orthopedic trauma, neurosurgery, bones and plastic and accident unit of this hospital. They also gazetted that the health center at Port Johnson become the urban health center for this hospital. Your Excellency, I want to say that ever since the past 4 years, doctors have never demonstrated or gone on strike to employ health officers or to pay them. We have had them employed and paid promptly. Your Excellency, we are most grateful. And these health officers and other interns of physiotherapy, nursing, radiography, medical lab science have to do this mandatorily before they start their professional life. And we have continued to engage them. Your Excellency, in a very short while, we will receive here again to commission a project that is started long on the re-equipping, renovation of the main nucleus, that is this site. It is almost 100% completed, and by the time it is finished, we would have had all our equipment for the clinical side renewed, new ones, and that will be in a very short while. All the beds of the hospital have already been changed. That's for another day. Your Excellency, the event of today, the commissioning of the Renal Center, which I say is a signature of your genuine love for the people of Rivers State. Because whenever I remember the genesis of this project, when you notice while passing that there was a project going on, then by the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Company, and you asked what was going on, I told you. And you asked the components, I told you we only had dialysis and not enough dialysis machine. You said no. And you just said, with a tagline, what I call your tagline, Rivers State deserves the best. And that was what you said. Our people deserve the best. Our people deserve the best. They cannot have that. It must be. And you ask what it will take to make it a world-class center, which we today we have, and we are here to commission. And you quickly asked us to update the scope. That was done. You approved it 100%, including training. And today, that is why we are here. We have a world-class learner center. This learner center, like I've said, we will hit the ground running during dialysis, and we have started training our staff locally, and we have made arrangements to train some internationally. Now, for the House Officers' Quarters, just recently we received the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria on a reaccreditation visit to our hospital for the training of health officers. they were there and they said that this is the ideal for the house officers. With all appurtenances, everything for the house officers. I want to say thank you. And as a hospital, we want to say, like we have taken ownership of the radiology equipment that you commissioned on 1st November 2019 here, and all the equipment are up and running. And that has made us the flagship center for radio diagnosis in the South. And so we want to pledge that for the renal center, we will maintain the equipment, we will work on it, and our people will get the best at a competitive rate, realizing that it's a government hospital. For the house officers' quarters, we have already designed, we have come up with guidelines, because I remember as we commissioned it, he said in two weeks' time it will change. We have developed guidelines to ensure that what you have given to us will be utilized appropriately and adequately. Personally, I am constrained to make requests. I am not Oliver Twist, but because of the giant trials in this hospital, we are constrained to request. That you recall that the first project you did on this ground was the renovation of the orthopedic block. And after renovating it, you realized that the scope did not include the equipping. And that led to the expansion of the renovation for the whole hospital. And we had to use the orthopedic block as a transit towards. The block has 4 units. Transit work to make for renovation. And that's part of why the renovation work has not completed. We moved from one place to the other, and now we're almost done. And that block that was the first to be renovated will now require facelift. And that is my own word, I can say, because that's the orthopedic block. Excellency, I want to plead that that one be completed and everything will look the same. Excellency, I want to say that this place, because of the work going on here that you have done, we now have more patronage as a first class public hospital. When you come here on a day like Monday, it is difficult to even access our accident and emergency department. What that means is, therefore, what you have started by decongesting and sending parts of the hospital to other areas will still require acquiring contiguous adjacent properties for the purposes of expansion and for the purposes of parking vehicles. I think this should be considered and given attention. Excellency, today we have a renal center. Our services have expanded. And let's to say that doctors are traveling out of the country seeking for greener pastures, and we are not exempted from that. So we need manpower. I'll be very happy, and my job will be made full if we can hear today that we will employ staff again for Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, and that will make our day. Excellency, sir, I want to use this opportunity to say something and make a prescription. Today in Nigeria, doctors and other health workers are leaving. I want to say, even in Rivers State, if Rivers State can be the example, that once a health worker leaves for greener pastures, it becomes an administrative emergency. And that health worker, whether nurse, doctor, pharmacist, physiotherapist, radiographer, is replaced as emergency. What will this do? This will ensure that the already distorted equilibrium will not further be distorted. It will also ensure that those who intend to leave because they have nothing doing will not leave. And this will help our country. The Excellency is on this note that I gladly, from the depth of my heart, say welcome to the commissioning of Rivers State University Teaching Hospital Renal Center and the Health Officers' Quarters. God bless us all.
The Chief Medical Director of Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, given the chronology of investment by the state government in this institution. And of course, he has said that they are ready to hit the ground running by providing the necessary services in the area of wellness center. And also, he is concerned that the expansion of the services at this institution would also require more manpower, and therefore is asking the state government to make additional provisions for employment of manpower in the health sector to address these needs.
Say, Betsy, he got my ticket. Libra, he got my ticket. Yes. No. This guy. Destroy.
What is going on? Mercy?
Yes.
Talking about my God.
My husband. So, is everything alright? So worn out.
I could not stay focused in the office. I could not think of anything meaningful.
Sorry. I think you need some medication. And please rest. It might be stressful, you understand? Because the situation of this country can make someone better. Yes.
My good neighbor, thank you very much for your concern. I'll just go inside and sleep.
Yes, go back. Okay, that's good. Rest. Rest. You are very correct. I will go now and get a taxi. Yes, get it. Don't you will run. You will not get it. Doctor, thank God you are here. All right. You will run. You will leave. That's happening. Thank you, doctor. Doctor, you're here. The Holy Spirit directed you. My husband will not die. He cannot die. He will not die. Put me to shame for you. He will not die. Libra. Glory.
What happened to him?
He came back from work. And he was tired. And suddenly he collapsed. That's work.
Madam. Is that what he told you? Your husband, I examined your husband 2 weeks ago, and the test results showed that he had possible signs of renal failure.
Yeah?
I asked him to come back for a confirmatory test, but he never showed up. So I was passing by to find out why he didn't come again.
Renal failure?
Yes. Madam, it's not about whose portion it is. We need to learn to keep our appointments with our doctors to follow up on our health conditions. We do. Fortunately, he's not in a bad state.
Oh.
But we need to run some tests, to confirm the stage of his ailment.
Yes. Liver.
Doctor, I am very, very sorry. I was scared after the first visit. What if it is actually kidney failure? What will I do? Will I get money to travel abroad for treatment? Or even a kidney transplant?
That is the reason why you should have come back to us. That is the reason why you should have come back to us. Don't die in ignorance. The River State University Teaching Hospital has one of the best renal centers in the country.
What?
With state-of-the-art equipment to handle your case.
Wait, doctor. So you mean to tell me that people will not die with this ailment in River State? That is too good to be true. Of course, between last year and now, I can categorically tell you that I know more than 5 persons, 5 who have died of kidney failure. Yes, may their soul rest in peace. So now tell me what is different in this one. Tell us.
The story will soon change. The River State government saw the need to combat this ugly situation and call for a state of emergency in the health sector. It just took 1 year. 1 year to build and equip the renal center. The center, as I speak to you, the center has 2 theaters. One for the donor and the recipient. We are fully equipped to handle end-stage renal diseases, renal replacements. We also have laser equipment to cross down kidney stones.
What?
And a center for research and development for early diagnosis and end-stage and renal diseases.
Doctor, they cost.
It's very competitive. Very, very competitive. As we all know, we need funds to maintain our equipment. But I promise you, and I assure you that the medical expenses will be pocket friendly. Very pocket friendly, such that you cannot find anywhere else.
My God is too faithful to fail. Doctor, can we now take my husband to the hospital?
Of course. We need to take our health very seriously and avoid emergency situations like this. Early diagnosis and management of diseases like this makes it easier for the patient to survive.
Let's take it. Let's take it. Gradually. Let's go.
Our governor, we thank you very much for this intervention in the health sector. The other day, it was the cardiovascular center, and today, the renal center. Our governor, may God shield you and your household from ailment and any form of attack. May your days be long. May you live healthy and prosperous. Let's go to the hospital.
Amen.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together once more for them? May I now invite to make a presentation the interns of the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital.
With utmost deference to His Excellency, Chief Barrister Nyesom Ezenwo-Nwike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, GSS ROS, Power of Sports Africa, Life Bencher of the Body of Benchers, Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, other distinguished personalities here, who for avoiding skipping, I would like to opt to adopt the already established protocols. I am Dr. Daniel Faithful Miebaka, the House Officer Representative for the 2022-2023 cohort of House Officers. Today, I am not only representing my colleagues, House Officers, but all the other 6 professional interns who are currently doing their 1-year compulsory internship program at the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. Your Excellency, we have been trained from various universities across the world, and today we're opportune to have worked here and gained employment to the Rivers State Civil Service, however temporary. We have been in awe at the quality of services that we have seen here. Rivers State University Teaching Hospital can arguably be adjudged as one of the best tertiary centers across the country. We have also been opportune to work with state-of-the-art facilities. The radiology suite provides 24-hour radiology services. We have now the renal center, which beats every other renal facility in the country, even those in the Federal Capital Territory. Your Excellency, our patients benefit from very conducive wards during their stay while they receive care. We have also benefited from quality of teachers who you have engaged and employed to make our 1-year training under this period worth the while. Your Excellency, we are not also isolated to the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. We're also aware of the massive infrastructural drive across the state. We are seeing, eyes have seen and ears have heard of the wonderful things that you've brought for Rivers people. Overall, we are witnesses here, including patients all those who have cause to come across this gate can bear testament of the dividends of good governance and your interest, overwhelming interest in being devoted to the welfare of Rivers people. We had the conversation as colleagues a few weeks ago, and we were talking about the benefits of the Lagos Business School, how it empowers Nigerians when it comes to entrepreneurship and business management. Your Excellency, we are of the opinion that if there will be a school of governance and administration, then it's possible that one of the compulsory courses should be devoted to the administrative life and times of His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike. Without wasting more time, I, on behalf of the amazing persons who are behind me and flanking me, we have decided to present His Excellency with an award of prestigious service in governance as Nigeria's foremost healthcare reformer. Your Excellency, we ask for your permission to make this presentation. Thank you.
We are very, very grateful. But you are for us. We are very, very grateful. We are saying thank you.
Excuse me.
The House officers there who are undergoing their training at this institution, appreciating Governor Nyesom Wike for the investment he has made in the health sector, according to the students, beyond what the government has done here at the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. They also acknowledge the investment at the State University Medical College. And of course, that has motivated them to present this award to the governor for his laudable contribution to deepening development in the health sector here in Rivers State.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point invite to give the project description the Honorable Commissioner for Health in Rivers State, Professor Prince-Will Chike, MD, DMP.
Your Excellency, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star Rivers State, Power of Sports, Life Bencher of the Nigerian Bench, and of course the Infrastructure Governor of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly. Please, Your Excellency, permit me to attach myself with the already established protocol for want of time. Your Excellency and your guests and entourage here, today is another special day for the health sector. From the CMD of the teaching hospital to those who acted the playlets and the medical house of surgeons that came here that you have just built for this teaching hospital. I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering what we say renal center. This is one special unit in the body of practicing medicine that most of the time we overlook. The era where people swallow all kinds of things, drink all kinds of concoctions, and never visit the hospital. Everybody practices medicine, gives advice. Small backache, what the general public calls backache, may be a loin pain. A loin pain is specifically a renal problem and not just backache. Before you know it, would have gone massaging or taking all kinds of treatment prescribed by whoever, we don't know. What you have done here for this teaching hospital, like you heard earlier, is one of its kind in the whole country in Nigeria with the equipment it has. Before we could bask ourselves with the excitement you had with our limbic system and hypothalamus, the excitement we had over the commissioning of the Cancer and Cardiovascular Center, we already have come into the renal center. We already know that the dental, maxillofacial, and ophthalmology unit is almost at its end stage completion. You have done this for us. For the renal center that brought us here today, it is a special center. The kidney, for your information, is like the sock away for you, the WC. One tells you what happens when your sock away is bad. If you have lived in a yard before, I don't know how you lived there. It is this center that handles your body. Yes, there are other bodies, parts of the body that handle your waste. But the kidneys are special. I want to use this medium not just to tell you what this center will do. Watch what you eat and where you go for help. This center is a one-story building specifically thought out for. Make sure that it was completed by His Excellency himself. When I look at this center and when I look through and everything it contains, I say, this is it. In the ground floor, of course, you have a ramp, which will definitely take the trolleys for patients upstairs. And a trolley lift, very effective trolley lift that can take 13 persons, 1,000 kg lift capacity installed here. As you go into this center, you have the reception area. In that ground floor, there is an area for the lab, of course, the doctors' call rooms and the nurses' call rooms. And then there is also the provision of water treatment plants, because the water and chemicals used to work here are special because of the sensitivity of the kidneys and managing kidney problems. Of course, in that same ground floor, you have the dialysis area. Special area mapped out with 5-6 beds with dialysis machines. I'm sure people have talked about dialysis. It costs a lot to dialyze, to do dialysis. So by the time you leave the ground floor and go to the first floor, either by a lift or by the staircase, you go to the first floor. This is where we have, first of all, offices. There are other offices there. There are 2 theaters, just like the playlets drama artists said here. One is for nephrectomy, where you have patients who will donate their kidneys. Of course, prior to that, they would have been in a ward, which is another separate area, where both the donor and the recipient will be. Of course, the organs would have been effectively and properly matched. The equipment to match them and make sure they do not reject, the organs do not reject, we also have them in this center. And of course, by the time you have stayed overnight, both recipient and the donor, by the time you stay over, then you are ready and they make sure you have, yes, your organ is fit to be transplanted. You go to the nephrectomy theater where the organ is effectively removed and protected and cared for effectively. And then the second theater where it will be reimplanted to the recipient. And of course, when you leave there, you go to the high dependency unit area, which is also to monitor you within 3, 4, 5 days. You'll be there and be monitored to make sure nothing goes wrong. Of course, state-of-the-art equipment are also there. Of course, we mentioned about the laser and other equipment provided. Of course, by the time you leave that place, you would have had everything done for you. It's not just the dialysis. By the time you have gone to the end stage where you require transplant, the facility is there for you. You know you can't run this facility without effective power. There is a 100 kVA generator provided to add up to the national grid. And of course, 30 kVA inverter system with 60 flyers on top to make sure that we have enough power supply for this system. So as I tell you, our personnel have also been trained. More are being trained to join them. Without missing ones, by the time we go in there, the governor and his entourage will go with few to see what is inside and will explain them to you what I have just said. This is one of the best in this country. We thank His Excellency for his love for the health sector. Your Excellency, thank you very much.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give a remark on behalf of the contractor, Abuja, Nigeria Limited, may I invite Duboye Graham Douglas.
Your Excellency, Chief Barrister Nyesom Ezenwo Wike, CON, GSSR, POS Africa Life Venture. Please permit me to stand on the already well-established protocols. I stand here to thank His Excellency and the Rivers State government for giving us the opportunity not only to design the Renal Center and also the House Officers' quarters, but also to be able to have built and constructed such an infrastructure for the use of River State. We have tried to do something that is credible in accordance with international standards. We have also tried to ensure that in everything that we have done, there is a maintenance history manual and all the required services for the equipments and all that is in the center to have a maintenance-free life or service life. Again, I say thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving us the opportunity. God bless River State. God bless Nigeria.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point invite to give the goodwill message the Chairman, Nigerian Medical Association, River State, Dr. A.B. Robinson.
Your Excellency, Nyesom Ezeonwike, CON, GSSROS, US Africa Life Venture, Executive Governor of River State, Your Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Palewa Haribanigo, the Deputy Governor of River State, our mother, a Roll of Honor awardee of the Nigerian Medical Association, and an elder of the Medical Association. Ma will thank you. Your Excellency, please permit me to leverage on already established protocols. Your Excellency, today we are here to commission the Renal Center. A few days ago, you commissioned the Dr. Peter Odele Cancer and Cardiovascular Center, and thereafter the clinical hostel and the clinical administrative block and basic clinical administrative block and lecture halls for the River State University, and today the Renal Center. Your Excellency, I want to just mention that renal diseases prevalence is about 10.1% globally, and national data shows that it's about 16% in River State. And that comes to show that there's a dear need for a renal center and a place to treat renal diseases. So we want to particularly thank you and profusely appreciate you for building this renal center, because it is going to reduce the complexities associated with the treatment of renal diseases. But Your Excellency, I want to mention that the surge in renal diseases cannot be overemphasized, because there are a lot of pharmacological products and concoctions being sold everywhere in the motor parks, in the taxis, even in churches. These have contributed immensely to the prevalence of renal diseases that we are presently seeing. And therefore, Your Excellency, I want to crave indulgence to please let the House of Assembly make laws to prevent the marketing and sales of pharmacological products in the churches, in the parks, and in buses. This will, as a method of prevention, control and reduce the prevalence of renal diseases. So therefore, Your Excellency, we want to thank you so much for giving us the Renal Center. And I know and I'm believing that the management and staff of the River State University Teaching Hospital, led by Dr. Friday Aaron, will manage that center very effectively and very efficiently. Your Excellency, we also thank you very much for the House Officers' Quarters that you have built. It is going to give our young doctors the comfort that they deserve in training and in service. Your Excellency, I want to also mention that there is a national disaster, and this national disaster is the human capital flight, which we all call brain drain. This has affected almost every aspect of the state, every aspect of the country, and every professional going round, from doctors to nurses to pharmacists, lab scientists. They are already in their need. So there's a catastrophic shortage of manpower, and also very, very accentuated shortage of specialized manpower. Therefore, Your Excellency, I want to mention that the causes of this brain drain is not far-fetched. And I know the government know. It is welfaristic and to an extent security. And that is why people are leaving. If people are being paid what they are being receiving outside, I think the doctors, the nurses, and the pharmacists will not leave. So the cause of the brain drain borders on welfare issues. Let me make an example, Your Excellency. There is a cancer and cardiovascular system, and there will be invasive cardiologists that will be working there. There will be interventional cardiologists that will be working there. There will be interventional radiologists that will be working there. And these people, while dispensing ionizing radiation, also predispose themselves to stochastic and deterministic effects of radiation. And by saying so, Your Excellency, sir, that means while they work, they also dispose themselves to probably having cell death and cancer. And if these individuals are not paid simple things like hazard allowance, what will be the next option? Your guess will be as good as mine, because they'll find an best available flight going to the US or going to the UK or Saudi Arabia. Therefore, everything borders around welfare. Your Excellency, sir, you are the doing of infrastructural development. But I want to borrow a leaf from a great philosopher, a German philosopher. And let me use this word, Friedrich Nietzsche, to describe you. He said, you are a genuine man, a very simple man. You are a man of 1 million. You are, in honesty, a repository of wisdom and a scent of knowledge. And he concluded by saying, you are a great man. For we in the medical profession, that is the words of the philosopher Friedrich. But I want to say you are the primus inter pares of welfare and of infrastructure development in the health sector. Your Excellency, sir, on this note, Your Excellency, I want to say that you have been nominated for the highest award of the Nigerian Medical Association, being the Roll of Honor Award. This award is there to us as doctors. This award is not just be given to governors. We don't give it to every governor or every government functionary. Neither is it associated with political power, but we give it to whom deserves it. And therefore, in the next annual general meeting of the Nigerian Medical Association, this award will be conferred on you. Once again, Your Excellency, let me give a vote of confidence to the staff and management of the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, led by Dr. Friday Aaron, and on behalf of the State Officers Committee, on behalf of the State Executive Council of the Nigerian Medical Association, I say a very big thank you to Your Excellency and distinguished guests for the commissioning, initiating, executing, and today commissioning of the Renal Center and the House Officers Quarters today, to the glory of God and to the service of humanity. Thank you and God bless you.
The state chairman of NMA there applauding the laudable contribution of Governor Nyesom Wike to expanding development in the health sector. And for him, only just a couple of days behind, back unveiled the Dr. Peter Odili Cancer and Cardiovascular Center, another laudable investment at the State University, and today they are witnessing another investment as well in the health sector. This, of course, he said, has given him the platform for the Nigerian Medical Association to confer on him an award for these achievements.
Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of River State, Life Venture.
So that I can see some people.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the right, the Honorable Speaker, the former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, the Chairman of our great party, the former Deputy Chairman of our great party, members of the State Assembly that are here. I've seen Senator Bayradan Piggy and Senator John Azotambata that are here, members of the National Assembly, the Chairman of the River State Hospital Management Board, the Dr. Friday Aaron, who, by the grace of God, as a young man, is doing well to make sure that this teaching hospital becomes, if not the best, one of the best in the country. The Vice Chancellor of the Rivers State University and members of your team, our dear leaders that are here, the Mayor of Port Harcourt and your team, the Chairman of Rivers State Traditional Rulers Council, and members of the council, particularly the NTA and members of the Port Harcourt Council of Chiefs, members of the State Executive Council, management and staff of this teaching hospital, our great house officers and interns that work in this teaching hospital, dear leaders, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, let me congratulate the management and staff of this teaching hospital for coming out in their numbers to receive us for this wonderful occasion today. But before I go into the details so that I will not forget, the chairman, Nigerian Medical Association, very brilliant young man who knows how to use language to see how the governor is convinced, even though he knows how difficult the governor is. When you talk about brain drain, it's not only associated to the medical profession. So many people leave this country because of unemployment. So many people have left this country because of insecurity. So many people have left this country because where they work, the equipment is not there. It is not just only because of welfare. That is why you see brain drain. No. It is not correct. Even as professors in the university, in the various faculties, in the faculty of law, faculty of engineering, most of them leave because the tools to work are not there. But we are not to have the tools here. We are not talking about welfare. So pray for us first. Provided the basic thing. I'm sure the Commissioner of Health, when we went to commission the cancer center, I said, come, I know that you attended the University of Port Harcourt. He said, yes. Tell me the truth. Did you ever witness all this equipment? He said, he won't tell me lie. It was not there. And that is the truth of the matter. Today, you are lucky. You are working in a teaching hospital where you can find equipment, at least to make your job easier for you. So it is not as bad. Where the equipment are not there, then the welfare is not there. Two things. So if we are scoring 1/2, two are passed. So I will say, of course, everybody will want to give incentives that will make you to put in your best. I mean, there's nobody that is working is entitled. But again, the truth of the matter remains. Some of us who are need to be work. I'm not against anybody earning whatever entitlement. No, I'm not against that. But we should also say, you that are seeking to end this, in your conscience, have you put in the number of hours that qualifies you to earn these allowances? I see mostly medical doctors they appear to be more church-like. Only the Eastern American would not always go into a pastor. If you allow Dr. Fadero now, he will go and preach. And while he preaches, the winner started. So, for me, if you know the government is owing you genuinely, not sitting down to work at anything, genuinely, I will pay. I will pay. But you must defend it before me. It's not just going to bring paper. I don't believe in that. You must defend it before me. So, that so, young man, thank you very much for calling my attention to this. I have said, one of the governors whom I will soon reply, because I have the capacity to reply any of them. Simply because I said people should thank President Muhammadu Buhari for releasing 13% arrears to us. I did not abuse anybody, did I? All I said, please thank him. But if he did not release his arrears to me and some of our states, it may have been difficult for me to even talk about building a renal center, cardiovascular center, basic and clinical sciences, officers, quarters, and this. It will be difficult. I don't think saying thank you is an offense. So on television, I heard one governor said, in his state, to do 3-kilometer road, we will do more than 15 flyovers. River State is not another Delta state. Don't worry about areas in River State. Amanabo Mopobo said, since he was born, he has never driven by road to Popo. The day he drove by road to Popo, he said, God, is it possible that my own time, I'm not going through the river again, I'm not driving by road to Popo. That is a major river around the area. By the grace of God, this December, we are going to commission the first phase of Trans-Calabari Road. That is a major river around area. I didn't know this flyovers, some people are sick about it. Okay, sorry, I don't want it to be sick again. I won't do it again. Instead of you to appreciate and ask somebody, how are you doing this? And justify what you are doing. I've turned the state capital around using a major construction firm like Julius Berger. If you know you have the capacity, if you know you have what it takes, go and take Julius Berger and see whether you can pay salary. No max. People know the contractors I use in this state. I use Libris. I use Seteco. I use Modern Construction. Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? Some of them, nobody knows their contractor. Who are they? You can't well say, my man will go sleep. In the sleep. In the sleep. When I start now, they say, wicked don't come again. But I'm proud to tell you, it's not just flyovers. Look at the health sector alone. As at the time we came, this state had no medical college, only the University of Port Harcourt. You can see how competitive, being a federal university, how many of our people get admission to read medicine and other related courses. I made a promise in 2014 to 2015 when I had interactive session with Nigerian Medical Association. And I said to them, listen, if you give me support and I emerge as the governor of the state, I must make sure that the medical college in Rivers State, then Rivers State University of Science and Technology. I don't even understand how a science-based university does not have a medical college. They were having philosophy, law. I've never seen such thing. But I thank God, with the wisdom of the vice chancellor and none of them, they came up to say, listen, we must have to change this nomenclature. Let it be Rivers State University, so that we're encompassing. We can bring this so many courses. I thank God today, we have a medical school in that university. We are giving free scholarship. I'm not a medical doctor. I did not give lawyers scholarship. No. We had a partnership with Pamo University of Medical Sciences. Every section to take not less than 100 Rivers State people. And we are paying. We have reduced the burden on their parents. I know how expensive to train a medical doctor, how expensive to train a pharmacist and the rest of them. We said the Rivers State government is going to take this away from their parents. Before you know it, this state will be exporting medical doctors to other states. So when is there you require lab scientists? Yes, we know. Today in Pano Medical University, Medical College, we have had some of them who are graduating, and we are entered into agreement that look, if a lab scientist don't go anywhere, the university will give you automatic employment. So we are not just building all these things require manpower. You can't just build without manpower. No, you must have the manpower. People are retiring too. Even though some people will retire, they still want to be retained as a contract staff. I want some of you a lot about brain drain. Let me also tell you this. I traveled overseas several times. Some of the doctors there look for 3-4 jobs to do, to survive. Don't just be telling us doing there, say, we don't go out. We go out. Ask them. How many of you do 3-4 jobs there to survive? Do 3-4 jobs to survive. Because they have to pay electricity bill, they have to pay water bill, they have to pay this and pay this, they have to pay the property tax. How many tax? Tell me. You know, ordinary to pay water bill is a problem. It's a problem. But to pay the radio is a problem. Property tax, don't say that. So I think that this country is a blessing to all of us. It's a blessing to all of us. Here, you can grow. As you are here, you can go to be a permanent secretary. As you are here, you can be a commissioner. You can be a governor. They don't have that opportunity. And we are not encouraging brain drain, no. But also know that there are advantages and there are disadvantages. So it's important, it's key. We have built the health officer's quarters. Fine. Good. Go there, very beautiful. But I give you 2 weeks. If it's also 2 weeks, you behave like police people. No, it's not a laughing matter. As long as you are, as medical doctor, health officers, if you can't keep where you are living clean, what happens? Then you begin to have families. It is well there, beautiful. I saw that line up. You are singing chorus for me, thanking me. Go and thank yourself. Make sure that place is clean as medical doctors. Look at the other one we handed over to the doctors. As you are passing that place, as you are passing that street, you look at the building. You just wonder. You want government to come and keep it clean for you. It's never done. Never done. So it is here. Those of you who imagine the equipment and the rest, we want also to protect what we have. And that's why the cancer center, we're having an arrangement to see that it cannot just be government. No, we will not allow that. If we do that, 6 months, we will regret putting that center there. To spend 25.9 billion naira, and then you come back in 6 months, it looks like a bag. I don't think anybody would accept that. So what we are doing, this teaching hospital will be decongested. By the time the gynecology department and they move to the mother and child, it will be decongested. By the time the ENT goes to the Red Sea, flyover area, St. Paul's Church here, with the dental surgery maxillo, go and see in the next few weeks, we should have commissioned those projects. So the department here will also move them there. That's the Harrison Hospital. Go and see what we are doing. So, as far as I'm concerned, before you know it, so many departments may not be here. And so here would have been decongested. So, the third one, asking for acquiring more property does not arise. Because I have thought about it. If you are decongested, what are you still acquiring property for? Well, you know, as a leader, since you are the leader of this place, you have to suffer it first. Your department has to suffer it. But because you are my brother, I will help you to bring it back the way it's supposed to be. As for employment of more doctors, we are not going to do it differently. We're employing civil service. We're employing into civil service. So they have submitted a list. What do we need in Ministry of Health? What do we need in Ministry of Justice? Of course, which of course will affect employment of doctors. So I cannot come now to give you, only you, to go and employ doctors. Because they are civil servants. They must pass through the procedure of going through the Civil Service Commission. And now there's no Civil Service Commission, so we cannot allow for employment. Until I set it up, which will be done this week, and then they will call for advertisement for people who want to be employed. So giving you the opportunity alone now will mean you will sit in the round table and allocating it to yourselves. If you allocate to yourself, what do I allocate to myself? Are you the governor? So you have to wait. So that as we do deployment, we'll do it together. But I must commend you. I must commend you. Because sometimes people say some people are young. Can they do it? I'm not here to, of course, you know me very well, to flatter you or to say things. No, if you're not doing well, you know, I will tell you. Since I made you the CMD of this hospital, before it became teaching hospital, I And so with the press, the reports I've been getting outside, and my own personal observation. Well, once you are giving an assignment, I've told everybody who cares, do your best. That may be a stepping stone. You never can tell what appointment you may hold next. You have always been on me. This is bad. You want this. You want this. In fact, if I say how much was spent in this teaching hospital, the equipment alone and the beds and the rest, in fact, finally we just paid about 1.4 billion to end all this so-called contracting and the rest. Because I believe in you. Because I know you have the capacity to turn this teaching hospital around, and which you are doing. So every young man who has this an opportunity, utilize it well. So that at the end of the day, when you leave, those who work here will say, look, when Dr. Aaron was CMD of this teaching hospital, we knew where we were. And see today, when we still say that is where we are, or we have taken a step forward. And that is why I tell myself, it's not how much money you have amassed. It is what legacy have you put on ground. That when you leave, and you turn left, turn right, and say, yes, I'm happy, I'm justified. I have not disappointed my people. I made promises, and those promises have been fulfilled. In the health sector, in the judicial sector, in the infrastructure area, I name them. I put my 2 hands in my pockets and walk majestically on the road. I say, look, I thank God Almighty for the opportunity. I've done well. If you like it, you go. If you don't like it, you go and hang yourself in a transformer. You've done very, very well. Even some of you here who are my enemies, you know I have done well, it's not true. You're not aware. Even my enemies, they have been withdrawing their bad prayers. They say, God, please, that prayer we pray that it should die, please, God, kill them first. Because we never expected this. I have consulted roads to people's houses where they never expected they would have roads. I have told anybody who cares, I will not leave a debt, 1 naira debt, for my successor. I will not. I want him to start on a clean note his own. Let him not say I came. There's a debt of about 50 billion naira. I will not do that. No debt. Of course, you know my successor. Are you thinking about successor? Don't you know our successor? You know our successor. Don't forget these bogey people who say that they are running election. Run which election? You must present your report card. You must present your report card. Some people have started running since 1999 that say running as governor. They have become professional runners. You know, so this weather center, to the glory of God, I have had so many people come to me. Oh, kidney, liver, this and this. I need to travel to India. There's no facility here. They go to India, they come back, they still die. So we have one of the best. So those of you asking me for money to go to India, come here. The center is here now, is it not? Come here. If it is a complicated situation, it is the doctors that will say that it is complicated and therefore they will need a second opinion outside, not you. I think that over the time we see the equipment there and see how beautiful the place is, we'll have everything. We have qualified doctors who are competent, just that The tools to work are not there. We have started providing the tools. Since 14th of November, we have been commissioning one project to the other. We'll be ending on Friday 2nd. That means about 3 weeks daily commissioning of projects. If you know that you're in a position I occupy, go and commission your own. Go and commission your own. Don't say you don't want to commission. If it is not there, it is not there. That is what we say. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. You know, because it is here, we will showcase it to the world. See what we are doing with our money. Nobody will ask us again, what do you do with the money? See what we are doing with real estate money. So on this note, let me invite our leaders to join us as we commission this renal center. We have already commissioned the substance quarter. And let me commend the contractor for the doctor's quarters. Even though I gave them 10 months, they took about 15 months. That is not my style. But I thank God, within 1 year and 3 months, they have completed the project, and also thank the contractor for the renal center and those who did the equipment that we never regretted giving you the job. So I enjoy all of you, our dear leader, Senator, Deputy Governor, the CMD Chairman Traditional Rulers Council, to join us to go and commission this renal center to the glory of God. Thank you.
Governor Nyesom Wike, who is at the driver's seat for the various laudable projects embarked upon in the state, re-emphasizing for the updated time that his administration will ensure that all the projects he has embarked upon is completed without leaving any trace of debt to the incoming administration. And of course, the governor has harped on the need for maintenance culture for the facilities so far provided at this River State University Teaching Hospital here in Port Harcourt. Key concern to the authorities here is for the employment of additional personnel to meet the expanded services that this center will be providing. And the governor has also responded by saying that he will set up the Civil Service Commission for employment across the civil service, and there the needs of this medical institution will also be addressed. Governor Nyesom Wike, they are officially unveiling this River State University Renal Center here to open the doors for the provision of renal services to residents and visitors alike here in the state.
So I deliver the dividend of River State to the people of River State. You too much to check.
And of course, it also be recalled that Governor Nyesom Wike's administration is instrumental to the establishment of this River State University Teaching Hospital, which is as the subsidiary to the State Medical Science College, which his government spearheaded as it initiated the unlocking, so to speak, of the State University, which was then University of Science and Technology, now River State University, to open up opportunities for additional courses to be offered. And the governor has graciously noted that this government, as a way of encouraging the provision of more personnel to serve in the medical institutions, also awarded scholarship to indigenes of the state to study medicine. Of course, you are seeing the interior view of this renal center, which is expected to carry out renal dialysis, renal replacement, and other services that has to do with the issue of kidney, which is a key concern to many, arising from the activities of the oil and gas sector, which is also contributing, according to medical researches, to increasing cases of renal failure, additional to the consumption of unapproved or what we will call the locally concocted medicines, so to speak. And the government is concerned about this health concern, and it has gone a step further by making this provision. To observers and lovers of the administration here in the state, they are thinking of the economic benefits that will be coming from this provision here. Don't forget that before now, people go abroad and outside the state to seek for medical services with respect to issues of kidney failure. And here you have this center provided in the state. The issue of logistics and accommodation burden for patients who before now traveled outside to seek these services would have been cut off by the provision of this center here in River State. Another interior view of this center, which is equipped to have patients critically examined with the transplanting equipment provided. What else would the citizens demand of a government which they voted to power other than provision of services like these to meet their needs? That is one of the theater and pharmacies in this health institution. Kudos to Governor Nyesom Wike's administration, who before now thought it necessary that these medical needs or services that are hitherto provided outside the state be brought to River State. Don't also forget that similar center, of course, was also inaugurated a couple of days back, which is the Dr. Peter Odili Cancer and Cardiovascular Center. When you compare that with this renal center, you of course appreciate the rationale behind this investment, which is the health of the people. Of course, the maxims that says that health is wealth would not be far-fetched from the realities that are put on ground here in River State. You see one of the wards and treatment center of this renal center, an initiative of Governor Nyesom Wike. That is the theater complex. And of course, the governor equally acknowledged the achievements and the commitment of the leadership of this institution. He expressed happiness with the performance of the CMD for what he called the judicial application of funds released to this health institution. And the equipment you see there goes to tell you that the funds that were released to this institution was adequately put to use by the leadership and management of this health institution. The governor, in his usual way, said if the CMD had failed to deliver, he would also tell him point blank. But this equipment you see there, of course, go a long way to confirm what the governor earlier said, that the funds released to this institution were judiciously applied to the benefits that is expected to rub off on the residents and the economy of River State. We'll not also forget the fact that this government has been very, very committed to the issues that affect the health sector in the state. Only recently, radiology equipment was also provided for this institution. What else would the citizens demand from the government they voted for in 2015 and revalidated that again in 2019 than to say kudos to this government that has brought governance nearer to the people? When we say development brought down to the grassroots, this renal center is an example of such. Before now, centers like this were far away from the people of River State, and this government has thought it wise to bring this center nearer to the people. That is the essence of governance. That is the import of bringing development closer to the people. When we say bringing government closer to the people at the grassroots, we can see the evidence here in River State. This is the practical demonstration of governance and development being brought down to the people at the grassroots. The governor, flanked by the State Commissioner of Finance, State Commissioner for Health, and the Deputy Governor, alongside the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, coming out from the center after inspecting the facilities at this institution.
Dada Jesus, oh, Dada oh, Jesus, oh, Dada, Dada oh, Dada oh, Dada Jesus, oh, Dada oh, Jesus, oh, Dada, oh, 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 oh,
Thanks to you out there, millions of our viewers across the world, for your time. It is at this point we will now be rejoining our network studios for the continuation of other scheduled programs. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, we'd like to thank you. I'm Kingsley Amajri. Good afternoon.
For you too. We need to receive from you too.
This is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
Mata Katsina, salamu alaikum. Ina ne mu? To Allah mana albarka baki daya. Lokaci ya zo, zamani ya zo. Lokaci ya zo, zaɓe ya gabato. Lokaci ya zo da za a zaɓi Bola Ahmed Tinubu a matsayin shugaban ƙasa in Allah ya kai mu. Katsina je Katsina ɗakin kara, kowa ya san cewa tun da aka kafa APC, Katsina APC ke cinta. Saboda haka mata mu fara gudunmawarmu a ci gaba da mulkin APC a Katsina. Kun yadda ta daga hannunta mu gani, kun yadda zai yi zaɓe APC yin zaɓe ya so. Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya ba da gagarumin haɗin kai lokacin da shugaban Muhammadu Buhari ya tsaya a 2014. Saboda haka yanzu lokaci ne da za a biya shi da alherin da ya kafa. Lokacin da aka yi gobara a jihar Katsina, a kasuwar jihar Katsina, Bola Ahmed Tinubu yana ɗaya daga cikin wayanda suka fara kawo gudunmawa a kasuwar jihar Katsina. Bola Ahmed Tinubu mu gare mu ga amata, ba mu da wanda ya fi shi. Domin lokacin da yake gwamna, shi ya ɗauki mace ta zama mishi mataimakiyar gwamna. Ba haka ba, saboda haka yanzu in Allah ya bashi shugabancin ƙasar nan, kakar mu ta yanke saƙa. Mata yi mu tabbatar cewa APC ta ci gaba da mulki a Najeriya, domin Katsina ita ce jihar Baba Buhari. Saboda haka dole ne mu cire shi a kunya. Duk wanda ya ci jihar Katsina a zaɓe ya riga ya ci zaɓe a ƙasar da APC, insha Allah ayyukan da Baba Buhari ya fara yi zai ci gaba da yi, sannan kuma zai yi abin da ya fi haka. Wanda ta ce za mu faɗi Baba Buhari, za mu faɗi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Wanda ta za mu faɗi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A ɗaga hannu da yi nuna hanyar da za a faɗi Ahmed Tinubu. Ubangiji Allah ya ba mu sa'a. Mu mata in Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya shi shugaban ƙasa, insha Allah kakan mu za ta ƙara yanke saƙa. Domin shi ya yarda cewa zai ba mata kashi 40, fiye da kashi 40 cikin kashi 100 na mulki da in Allah ya ba shi. Saboda haka in Allah ya kai zaɓe, kowa ta samu katin zaɓen ta ɓoye. Tun namiji ya ce ba zai zaɓi APC ba, a fitar mishi da katin zaɓen shi. Kada a bashi ya yi zaɓe, kada a bashi ya yi zaɓe. Wanda duk ba zai zaɓi APC ba, kada a bashi ya yi zaɓe. APC! APC! Allah ya muku albarka. APC! Nigeria! Kadaba! APC National Coordinator for the Presidential Women's Campaign Team, Haja Asabe Fashion Valentine. Kala daban-daban tun daga ainihin shugaban jam'iyyar APC na jihar Katsina da shugabar mata ta jam'iyyar APC ta jihar Katsina Hajiya Jamila Salmanu Alai Sani Derbi haka kuma mun saurari National Deputy Women Leader Hajiya Zainab Ibrahim da kuma National President Dr. Asabe. Yanzu abin da ya rage mana shine za mu gabatar da ainihin abubuwan alkhairi da gwamnatin tarayya da kuma ta jihar Katsina ta aiwatar wanda gwamnatin tarayya da gwamnatin jihar Katsina suka gabatar a faɗin wannan jiha da kuma sauran wurare ga baki ɗaya na ƙasar nan. Don haka muna roƙon al'umma musamman masu kaɗe-kaɗe idan suna yi ba za a ji abin da muke faɗi ba. Ku ba mu haɗin kai don girman Allah. Za mu kira Hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi. Hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi idan tana kusa ta zo don ta aiwatar da waɗannan abubuwa na ci gaba. Hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi. Hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi idan tana kusa ta hauro wannan wurin. We have now invited Hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi. Director Special Humanitarian from the Ministry of Humanitarian Disaster Management, who is going to speak on the testimony of some of the programs the federal government and the states are implementing for the improvement of the welfare of women, children and youth in Nigeria. Hajiya, you are welcome. Please, you have a very few minutes to do your account of this achievement.
Nigeria! Nigeria! Katsina! Sokoto! Zamfara! Jigawa! Kaduna! Kano! Ina masoyan Baba Buhari! Ina masoyan Sabtu Muhammadu Buhari, mun so da matan takara, mun so da matan ɗan takarar president na shugaban Najeriya, mun so tare da Asiana na tafiya, matan ɗan takara president na Najeriya, ina da Allah ya ce mu bi shi, mu bi manzon Allah, mu kuma bi shugabanninmu. Nake roƙonki a zaɓi jam'iyyar APC daga sama har ƙasa. Ina muku fatan alheri, ina godiya yadda kuka fito haka da ɗumbin yawan nan ranar zaɓe a fito a zaɓi jam'iyyar nan mai alamar tsintsiya. Lema mun tabbata ta abada a arewa babu lema sai tsintsiya APC za mu yi insha Allah. Na gode. Assalamu alaikum.
Na gode mun gode kwarai jama'a da na saurara masu gida ne a taimaka mana da Allah masu gida a taimaka mana a yaƙuri a taimaka mana wanda cikin da Allah an saurari jawabi daga hajiya Halima Shehu kafin dangi na mutanen Kaduna ita ce ta gabatar da jawabi a madadin waɗannan ayyuka da gwamnatin tarayya da za ta ke gabatarwa. Akwai hajiya Rita Abdullahi ita ma za ta magana bisa da wata ayyuka da gwamnatin jihar Kaduna da gwamnatin Baba Buhari sai na mata na jihar Kaduna wanda za ku gan su a cikin rikta da gudan zaune sai kai a baya wanda ke nuna cewa hukumar nan ta koya ma matasa da mata sana'o'i ta koya masa sana'a kuma ta ba su jari idan hajiya Rita tana kusa ta zo tana da miki ɗaya ita za ta ce wani abu idan ba ta nan za mu ci nawa ta mu dama yadda da za su mana waka daga kayan da suke manyan jama'a mata da ke nan bisa za mu ba su wuri suka nawa kokin da za ku yi masu za ku mata biya OPC za ku mata gaba za ku mata gaba hari a wannan wuri insha Allah nawa za ku shirya yanzu kake naku ne za mu ba ku dama ku minti goma zuwa 20 shi za ku ce su a roki a wannan kokarin yanzu ne mai zaɓe ake yanzu da kana ina ake yanzu da mun wuce wannan program da Allah ya hakuri yanzu saboda karancin lokaci a yi hakuri saboda karancin lokaci yanzu za mu kira matar gwamnan jihar Katsina za ta gabatar da nata jawabi da sanadiyar hakan ma shi zata ne ta yi jawabi a madadin mai girma matan gwamnan jihar Katsina ba shi ɗaya su za ta zo ta yi jawabi na minti biyu. Hajiya ta tabadiya hakan ma shi idan suna kusa ke matso ko ma su kusa mu wuce zuwa gaba. Hajiya badiya hakan ma shi za ki ne su yi jawabi a madadin gwamnonin matan gwamnan jihar Katsina guda uku da baki ɗaya su. Ba ta kusa hajiya? Hajiya badiya ba ta kusa. To za mu kira National Zonal Coordinator da Tilibu Shatima ko an gama ta gama ko? Okay. Okay, who's saying what comes up? Minister, please we'd like to invite the Honorable Minister for Finance. We'd like to invite the Honorable Minister for Finance, Hajiya Zainab Ahmad Shamsina, to please come and give her remarks. Hajiya Zainab Ahmad Shamsina, and after that, Honorable Minister of State, Trade and Investment, Ambassador Mariam Katagum. Hajiya Zainab Ahmad Shamsina, for goodwill, Honorable Minister, Finance, to please come and give her remarks. Thank you. After that, the Honorable Minister of State for Trade and Investment, Ambassador Mariam Katagum. Thank you. We now want to invite Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Minister of State, Hajiya Mariam Katagum, Dr. Ambassador, Hajiya Mariam Katagum, thank you. Honorable Minister of State.
This is the services of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, coming to you live from People's Square here in Katsina, where Tinubu Shatima Women Youth Presidential Campaign flag off is taking place, and urban speeches were made so far. The event is being attended by wives of governors from the Northwest APC states, control states to be precise. The wife of the APC presidential candidate in person of Senator Remi Tinubu is attending.
Hajiya Abadiya Hassan Mashi ke masa Hajiya Abadiya da Allah da tsaron kuma ta wuri Hajiya Abadiya Hassan Mashi.
That was Hajiya Abadiya Lawal Mashi, who just spoke on behalf of the wives of the governor of Katsina State, Aminu Bello Masari. Like I said, the event is the flag up of the Tinubu Shatima Women Youth Presidential Campaign, coming to you live on the services of the Nigeria Television Authority, NTA, from People's Square here in the ancient city of Katsina.
Nigeria!
alhamdulillah godiya ta tabbata ga Allah madaukakin sarki mai kowa mai komi da ya tattara mu a wannan wuri mai albarka. Muna ma manyan bakinmu marhaban lale da zuwa kafin ɗakin tara. Iyayenmu da ke wannan wuri mai girma matar shugaban ƙasa na gobe insha Allahu Hajiya Remi Tinubu da ƴan uwarta mataimakiyarta da duk ƴan takarar da ke wannan wuri muna masu marhaban da zuwa. Katsina duka munan mu mun shaida cewa APC abin yi ce saboda mu ba naude ba jiyau ba mun gani a ƙasa an taimaka wa mata da matasa mun samu aikin yi bila adadin talauci mun kore shi insha Allah muna fatan yadda muka ga ɗimbin jama'an nan za ku taimaka ku yaya ta alherin da ke gare mu na tabbatar kun yadda da hakan shi yasa kuka ba mu goyon baya ka kuka yi mana baiti dan yawan Allah ku yaya ta alherin mu ku kori masharranta ana mana zagon ƙasa dan Allah ku yi kokari mun gode Allah sa kowa koma gida lafiya.
Yeah, that has been another presentation. It has been presentation upon presentation where speakers were highlighting the achievements recorded by the APC administration at both national and various state levels.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jama'a mamamu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. mana baya akwai APC da nasara. Allah ya sa mu dace, Allah ya cika mu a kunya, Allah ya sa mana zaman lafiya. Mun gode gaskiya da mu ce jala'a wa hayar mun gode muku. Mun gode muku, Allah ya sa mu dace.
That was the wife of the vice presidential candidate of the APC in person of Hajiya Nana Shatima, who in her presentation appreciated the remarkable turnout of women at this venue to witness the flag up of Tinubu Shatima Women Youth Presidential Campaign for the Northwest. She equally enjoying the participants that are here today, and indeed all women from the Northwest to vote for the party APC comes 2023 general election.
Can you tell them to let us? You can't buy me before I got one more day. Sincerely thank you for this overwhelming support. I thank you and I thank the governor. I thank all the first ladies of the Northwest for this great turnout. We thank you for this overwhelming support and we pray and we promise you, Mrs. Shetima and I will do all it takes for us to bring sugar to all our youth and all our women. And we are promising you that we will do all it takes to make sure that the Northwest, even the Northeast, they have peace in their borders. We want to thank you and we want to tell you that you can count on us, that we will be there for you, we will be your partners in business. Thank you so much and God bless you. APC! APC! Thank you.
Yes, that was the wife of the APC presidential candidate in person of distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who in her speech promised a lot of goodies to the people of this country under the platform of the APC, while appreciating the impressive turnout of women from Katsina and indeed some part of the Northwest in general. She equally appreciated the tremendous support of women toward the development of the APC so far within the last 7 and some years and some months, and she equally requested the good people of Katsina and indeed the Northwest to continue to support the party to secure victory in the forthcoming general election in 2023. Here with us wives of the governors of Kano and other states from the Northwest, particularly the APC controlled states, here attending. Now, After taking some speeches now, the event is going into entertainment session where some artists are being expected to perform for the admiration and entertainment of the teaming supporters of the APC and the women that are here at the People's Square, Katsina, attending the Tinubu Shatima Women Youth Presidential Campaign flag off for the Northwest. Party Niger is playing now with her famous song Girma Girma.
Abuja tafiya. Wanda. Abuja tafiya, Abuja. It is at this juncture I would like to invite Mr. Clancy, the governor of Kaduna State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, who is currently represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ajia Raya, is presenting admin. The Permanent Secretary, please. The Permanent Secretary will now present the address of His Excellency, the governor of Kaduna State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari. Ajia Raya.
After the entertainment by Party Niger, we are now about to witness the presentation by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, to be represented by Hajia Raya, a Permanent Secretary, Government House.
Najeriya